A relatively unknown home for girls in Edmonton has been brought to light in the final report for the Special Interlocutor for Missing Children and Unmarked Graves and Burial Sites associated with Indian residential schools. Experts say the experience of Indigenous girls at the home were similar to what happened at residential schools. We want to warn you that this story deals with sexual assault and is disturbing. The CBC's Stephanie Cram reports.
This is now the home of the Archdiocese of Edmonton, but it was once Maple Ridge Treatment Center for Girls. Now, survivors of the home want to make sure its history isn't forgotten.
It's hard to stand here and remember this place.
Cree elder Taz Bouchier remembers being brought here at the age of 14.
I was called out of the classroom and by the principal, and he was standing there with some other people I didn't know, all white people, adults, wearing suits, and they told me that I had to go with them somewhere.
Before it became Maple Ridge, it had many names, including the Good Shepherd Home, one of many opened by the nuns of the Our Lady of Charity of Refuge Order. Now, experts have uncovered how these homes are linked to Canada's residential school system.
We saw over the history of the Good Shepherd's homes a number of provincial courts ordered girls to be sent to these institutions for running away from the Indian residential schools.
Some girls were sent to these homes because they became pregnant at residential school, others because they were deemed troubled. But Bouchier says she was never told why she ended up here.
We were kidnapped, stolen from the schools or stolen from the community where they come from, and just placed here. No different than residential schools where Indian agents went along and just stole the kids, took the kids and made it a law to assimilate them. Here they were trying to assimilate the teenager.
Barb Beaulieu was brought to Maple Ridge after running away from an abusive foster home.
I just thought, well, I'm going to go all the way up into Northwest Territory to find my mother.
She lived at Maple Ridge for 2 years and was shocked by some of the things she saw.
Some of the staff, male staff, would be kissing girls. Some of the girls actually got pregnant by men here that were working here.
Bouchier still holds on to a painful memory of being assaulted by a male worker.
Well, he had a towel ready for me when I came out of the pool, and he wrapped a towel around me and then proceeded to touch my hair, lift my hair. I had long hair, lifted my hair up and started kissing my neck. And that's the last thing I remember.
During the era of Indian residential schools, quite harmful to Indigenous girls, and they had this extra layer of punishment that was on them.
Both survivors say that some girls committed suicide at the home. Others, like Beaulieu, had to overcome so much to move past the memories.
I lost my childhood, through foster care. And I know I could have probably been what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a police officer, and it never happened.
Earlier this year, survivors of another Good Shepherd home in Winnipeg launched a class action lawsuit. In Edmonton, the survivors say they might do the same. Stephanie Cram, CBC News, Edmonton.
If this story has affected you, support is available whenever you need it. The Hope for Wellness hotline offers 24/7 assistance. It can be reached at 1-855-242-3310. For online support, you can visit hopeforwellness.ca.